Alright, this is the follow-up video for the H100i fitting into a HAF 912 case. In my last video, there was the fans on top and it was all weird and it wasn't fully done yet, but this is it after it's been actually completed, and well, for the most part at least. So, first thing you'll notice, no fans on top. So that's good. That's a start. That's what we wanted. On top of the actual work I did, I also got these. I don't know if you can notice what those are, but it's an actual fan filter on top of the fan. So the intake now has a filter on it. It's not blowing in whatever dust it will. And I also put them, I don't know if you can see those, but I also put them on top. If I get out of the light, you can see that it's more than just the grating. It's actually that fan filter in there that's protecting it. I cut this hole in there just so the fan would have more air getting around it in that space, because that was just solid steel before. And then my bit actually ran out, so it ground down too far and wasn't cutting, so I just kind of drilled some last minute holes in there while it was its last breaths. But it's got that hole there and those slots, so there's plenty of air coming in anyway, and even those too, so you can definitely see that radiator. And unlike my last video, you can see where I had to cut down the fans. There's a nice gap of space right there between. You can see the GPU there. It goes all the way down, so there's a nice amount of space between the motherboard and the radiator. And now I'm going to squeeze in here to actually get. My apartment's kind of small, so this is a tight space. Alright, so everything's the same as before except for the radiator. So you can see there, it's actually it's basically flush up to the side of the case. So when the side panel goes on, it's damn near close to being directly in there. Let's see how far I can get under in here. So now the fans are right here, and you can see where I ground down and everything. But there's now a significant amount of space. I can get my hand up behind in there. There's room for your cables and stuff. Whereas before it was nice and tightly packed in. Now there's spaces to run cables and whatnot. Got the Corsair Link double connectors there, so all four of these fans are running straight off the Corsair Link. And these are also a lot more flexible now. As before, when it was pushed all the way back, it was actually quite a bit of trouble to get the tubes to bend that way. But now they're nice and loose and not too tight. And I also put, I don't know if you can see kind of back there, but I now have 4 DIMMs, 4 gig each, so 4 times 4, 16 gigs. Sniper 1866 memory in there, which is a lot easier to put out and pull out and put in now that there's this nice gap in there that I can use. And then between that and having these filters there, everything's nice and clean, and from the outside you'd never tell that the inside is much cleaner. And now there's not those 2 big ass fans sitting up there, so it's much nicer than what it looked like before. Much cleaner, nice glowy Corsair logo. I haven't decided whether I want the blue fans on top or not. I kind of like just the black and then the kind of blue glow coming out of it. I mean, you can still see it through the fans there, which is pretty cool. I mean, the front is blue. The side's not blue. Overall, it's clean. It's nice. I like it. Nothing too insane. I think I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to. It wasn't a whole lot of work, just a Dremel and cutting a little bit into the top of the case. If you have any more questions about what's going on, did have one question on my last video about why I intake instead of push out. I have the H100 intaking because you always want positive pressure in the inside of your case so that ambient dust and stuff isn't coming in through. Like there's that giant gap next to the radiator right now. I want air to be flowing out of that slowly and not sucking in so that dust isn't coming in. So by having those intaking and then the front two intaking and the side intaking, that means my outgoing air is going either out the top behind the H100 or out the back with that one vent out the back. So there's no unfiltered air being actually pushed into the case, which helps with keeping everything clean and making sure that you're not going to get any buildup in there. So that's nice. But any more questions, let me know, inbox me, comment on this video, and I will keep you guys updated. Thanks.